let's look at square root equations. These are going to be when you have some sort of square root and you're trying to solve, and there is some radical in there. Suppose I want to know the solution of the square root of x plus 7 is equal to 6. Well, the first step in all of these is to isolate that radical. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So the square root of x is equal to 9. Now to get rid of this radical, you need to square both sides. Now sometimes this is going to give you extraneous solutions, so you do need to check, but you don't need a plus or minus. Number one mistake kids put is they decide to put a plus or minus, and you don't need that because you're squaring. So the square root of x squared is x is equal to 81. So you need to check it. Whenever you square, you need to check. The square root of 81 plus 7 is 9 plus 7, which is indeed 16. Suppose I want the square root of n minus 3 is equal to 6. I want to isolate the n. So the square root of n is 9. Square both sides again. So n is equal to 81. Check again. Same problem practically, isn't it? The square root of 81 minus 3 is 9 minus 3, which is indeed 6. Now suppose you want to solve something like this. Again, you get the radical by itself, and then you square both sides. So this side is x minus 1, and this side I'm going to FOIL out, x squared minus 14x plus 49. When I solve this, I'm going to subtract x and add 1 to both sides. I get 0 is equal to x squared minus 15x plus 50. Now I need to factor this. I know this factors nicely. What multiplies to be 50 and adds to be 15? They both need to be negative. So this is going to be minus 5 minus 10. So I'm going to get two answers here. So x is 5 or x is 10. Oops, 10. Sorry about that. But here's where checking really comes in handy. When I check, I'm going to go back to the original equation. So this is square root of 5 minus 1. Does this equal 5 minus 7? So this is the square root of 4. Does this equal negative 2? And the answer is no. This is an extraneous solution. You cannot have a square root equal to a negative number. It is entirely possible that there is no answer, so let's check 10. So the square root of 10 minus 1, does that equal 10 minus 7? The square root of 9 equals 3, indeed. Yes, so you have one solution for this one, and that is x is equal to 10.